Hello, everyone. We are back. More Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. So we prepare to possibly banish some ghosts. It really depends on the ghosts and the situation, and we have some haunting cases to look into. We solved our first one, so we're one for one, I guess. Well, we'll probably solve all of them. The thing that changes is the manner of the solving. We'll get into that more down the road. Hello, Bob. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I see the worm quote. We talked last time. We made a lot of references to Ghost Song, a game in which there is a worm in the sun that eats the ghost. Spoilers for Ghost Song, I guess. Although how that would spoil anything is it's just what a wild game, what a wild ride that game was. Well, what a wild game that ride was. uh, uh great game, Ghost Song. This game is not that game. I do actually enjoy this game. I don't know that it's as revolutionary. It doesn't stand out as much. This one's a little bit near to the middle of the bell curve as video games go, but it's still fine. Like it's I'm streaming it for a reason. Thank you, Bob. Uh, but yeah, it's there are still ghosts. We got that. We'll get more into it. Last time and by we I mean Red and Antea made landfall in the colony of New Eden in New England. I'm probably gonna make that verbal slip up several times. Uh, hey Remy. But we made landfall in New Eden at the behest of their friend Charles, who was dead before they got there. That was our first ghost. Um, the town's doing bad. Town's doing bad. Apparently, there's a curse of sorts that Charles was having trouble. Charles, also a banisher, was having trouble, and so he sent for his friends Red and Antea. Red, who was Charles's student, and Red is Antea's student and also lover. So essentially, Charles called for reinforcements and then died while they were on the overseas voyage, which is a bit awkward. But luckily, Banishers can summon up ghosts, so we were able to get some information out of him. We also talked to Esther, his widow, and got some more information. But the long and short of it is the town's cursed. There's a special type of ghost called a nightmare that appears to be haunting the town and giving people bad dreams. Hence the name Nightmare, I guess. And so, hey Al, and so that's the situation. There are three people who form the town. There's a term for this, the selectmen, which was not a term I was familiar with before I started playing this game. But there's the governor. There's the fellow who runs the fort who was wearing a like breastplate. Pennington. There's Governor Haskell. There's Captain Pennington. And there's the wonderfully named Thick-Skinned Newsmith, who is the hunter, who stormed out shortly after we arrived. But yeah, so they're the ones who are currently dealing with the plague, such as this. Most people are staying in their homes. It seems dire, and we are now here to try and deal with the nightmare situation and alleviate the curse. We learn from Hugh Batchelor that the children have been sent away. Where? Meh. Farm upstate? Don't know. They're gone. Hey, Bad Road. But they've been sent away. Happy birthday, Al! But the children have been sent away because curse. Seems like a pretty good reason. So they are far away in non-Curseburg, just up the road. And which is convenient because it probably saves on animation and voice work. But regardless, they're not here where the curse can get them, and that's helpful. Um, so that's a plus. Also, the mayor apparently dabbled in demonology. That was wild. It's a fun conversation, but does not style himself as a self-made exorcist, and shockingly has not been able to deal with the situation himself. I know you're all stunned to hear that. But yeah, so that's where we come in. We've learned a little bit about this from Charles before letting him say goodbye to Esther, and then ascending him and sending him on his way to some pleasant hereafter, one assumes. Um, she doesn't make him like the old Smiths. The thin-skinned old Smiths. No, that sounds worse in the mouth. Not that thick-skinned new Smith sounds good in them. All of those, it's the mouthfeel is bad. The vibes are rancid. Um,
Moist.
that yeah, honestly, New Eden, the vibes are rancid. They should put that on the brochure. They shouldn't, but it would be accurate. Speaking of commutes, here's a heck of a sentence I couldn't have come up with 6 months ago. I used 7/10 of a gallon of gas today because my dungeon master's significant other went to Germany last month. A, that's a story and a half. So on that non sequitur, we enjoyed that the intro scroll laid out the specifics in the world of ghosts are hella real. Everyone knows this, and it sucks. Yeah, Banisher is just a profession that people have. It's a thing, and that's it. So speaking of ghosts, that is actually a good segue into our content warnings. Aha, there I got there. I got us back to the thing. I somehow piloted us back to the point. Content warning for tonight's stream: death. I don't mean to make light of that, even though it might seem obvious because we're dealing with ghosts. This game, yes, there are ghosts, but the game also very seriously deals with death and grief repeatedly and from several angles. So I wanted to kind of emphasize that one right off the top. Um, it is kind of a period piece, takes place in 1695 New England, even though it is kind of a alternate history version of it. There is still at least some examples of period sexism and racism. Not that those are exactly gone or anything like that, and they are not, luckily, overdone to make a point or anything like that, but they are still present occasionally. So I wanted to forewarn on them here, as well as instances of domestic abuse. There are a number of instances of body horror because it is just a generally horror game. Violence against animals. We will occasionally go up against wolves that have been kind of whipped into a frenzy by the same curse. I think it's exclusively wolves that we have to deal with. And then alcoholism, I think, only comes up much later, so I don't think we'll have to deal with that tonight, but I want to leave it on here so that I don't forget it when we get to those quest lines later on. For more detailed warnings, including some notes as to which specific missions some of these items will come up in, along with spoiler tags where appropriate, please visit doesthedogdie.com, search for Banishers, or click on the link in our CW tag there to get right to the entry. And I think that's all the pre-ramble. We've got all of our recap taken care of. I think that's all the bits. I think that's all the bits. So, yeah, I didn't have a good segue after that. So let's just segue into the game. That's the thing people say, right? Well, it's the thing I'm saying now. There, I babbled so long my controller turned off. All right, get a drink after that. I hope that y'all are doing well, and Al, I hope that your birthday is going very well. Happy birthday again. We pick up immediately after the haunting. We've sent Red on ahead to get the schoolhouse ready.
Where do you think he is now?
He's... I don't know.
I miss the warmth of his hands. His calm presence in our house. If
We're
I
opening on
close
a
my
cheery
eyes,
note.
I can picture him. He's in a place where sunlight chases the snow away. It is warm and there is fresh milk. The sheets are cleaned and pressed and folded. Nothing can ever be the matter.
You're right. He's at peace. And you deserve to rest.
Aww. My cousin sent me a very cute video of her kids wishing me happy birthday. I love that. My brother does that every year, and it is the highlight of my day. You don't get happy birthdays? We should start doing that. Happy birthday videos, I mean, from the Neeflings.
They like you better anyway.
To be fair, mine they proceed immediately from, like, happy birthday into, let me tell you what I'm doing in Minecraft / Fortnite / whatever. Which I think is really the real purpose of the video.
I'm sorry. I'll miss him. Dearly. Tomorrow, We'll continue investigating the curse. Good night, Esther.
I am glad you are here. Both of you. We need you.
Aw.
Good night, my dear.
They're 5 and 3. Aw. 5-year-old asked me if I liked his hair or liked her haircut. Aw. Love that. I think this is the outdoor. Hooray. This is a weird thing that won't make sense to y'all because I didn't stream this part, but when I played this game the first time, I constantly got lost in Charles and Esther's house. There's something about the layout of this bottom floor with just something in the rooms and having just multiple doors that looked similar enough. That door in particular being close enough and inside of this door that I always thought that that was the way out. But no, this is the way. So I'm very happy that we got it right the first time. Excuse me. All right, to the schoolhouse. Did we talk to you?
Good day to you, madam. Antea Duarte is my name. May I ask yours?
Duarte? Duarte, you came with the Banisher, did you not?
I am the Banisher.
Right. So you're the face of hope, are you? You're what my tithes are buying. Let me have a look at you.
But Doctor, I am Pagliacci.
Well, I hope I'm wrong. Bathsheba Ingersoll, or I was last time I looked.
What a name. Do you have bad dreams?
It may seem like an odd question, but may I ask if the curse has brought you bad dreams?
Every time I close my eyes, I'm in this door. Coins fall from the ceiling. Only a few at first. When they hit the floor, they break. Like rotten teeth. Or finger bones, perhaps. The trickle becomes rain. A cascade smashing down to flood the store. I try to flee, but the flood rises too fast. I drown in shards of broken bone. There. Aren't you glad you asked?
I mean, it seemed like you needed to tell somebody. So, yee. You have a gift for description.
What can you tell me about the curse?
Did Haskell not lay it out? We freeze, and at the same time, we rot. Minister Davenport said he'd summoned the best banisher there is. Can you lift the curse?
In my experience, most curses are actually hauntings. And while ghosts are treacherous, they're not invincible.
Well, I'd like to tell you I find that a comfort, but I'm afraid I would be lying.
I think that's probably enough information.
Very good day to you, madam.
You're optimistic too, then. Aren't we the fools?
We did learn that Antea believed nightmares as a classification of ghosts to be a myth, even among banishers, and that Charles had said that, like, his books on the subject had gone missing before his death, and also that the, like, conventional wisdom among banishers on how to banish a nightmare was, you can't. So it's an uphill battle, I guess is what I'm saying. Wait, was that a thing? That was the thing. Oh, it's you. No. I don't want to talk to you. The schoolhouse? We haven't actually looked at... What have we got as far as intel? That's the new one we picked up. What was the first one we picked up? Where do nightmares come from? Which sounds like a children's book, but... Remember the teachings of my masters, may God bless their souls. Against the threatening unknown, when the common knowledge is not enough to understand a situation, the sagacious and pious man will wisely turn to the very roots of his art, the words, their meaning, and the power hidden in each of them. Whoop. Nightmare has nothing to do with the nocturnal female horse, as in the French cauchemar or the German Nachtmar, Mare here comes from the 12th century Middle Dutch and means ghost or demon. A nightmare is not a puny fiend sneaking into the bedrooms to suffocate the dreamers, but one of the rarest and most powerful spirit, defined by its only purpose, to spread its insidious and unforgiving wrath upon any living soul it may reach. According to my research, no occultist ever successfully banished a nightmare, but why? Could a nightmare be more than a ghost? I'm afraid so. I remember a disturbing poem I read in London in my younger years about the terrifying abilities of such entity, supposedly able to penetrate the dreams of its targets to influence their thoughts and perception and make them endure their worst fear. Able even to bend the distance or alter time, creating tantalizing and personalized nightmares its victim can't hope to escape from, pardon me. Such a petrifying concept. I pray God with all my heart and soul that this is not what has risen upon us. How would we then escape despair, death, and doom? I need more information, but where to find them? This seems fine. As Banishers, we are no spiritual guides or inquisitors, we are ghost hunters for hire, specialized and sensitive crafters who train hard to protect the living through our rituals and knowledge about ghosts and specters. We are no cult. You don't open with a line like that. There is no hierarchy nor established dogma among us. The most obvious reason why a banisher becomes a banisher is because they want to protect the living from the dead, whatever the reason. We are efficient, adaptive, and versatile. Our community is sparse and nomadic, just like our predecessors were. We wander the world in search of living victims of the dead, cleansing haunting cases using techniques tried and trusted and honed by generations of masters and pupils, releasing or banishing the ghost, rarely blaming the living. Unlike puny sorcerers, we do not waste our time crafting enchanted rifles with the butt, barrel, and stock engraved with runes and other symbols of power for hunting specters or otherwise. Who would wish to depend on a single weapon? Instead, we bring our bane powder. Prepare to go. Yeah, that sounds so much better than an enchanted rifle. I want an enchanted rifle. It fires lightning bullets, prepared according to recipes handed down from generation to generation, rendering any firearm capable of shooting and damaging a supernatural target. Okay, that does actually sound better. No matter what the ammunition. Efficient, adaptive, versatile. Our knowledge of alchemy and botany helps us selecting minerals and plants whose properties will support our work. We do not waste time in libraries or schoolrooms. We do not waste our time drawing, carving, or engraving complex circles of power, because what we gain in power or nuance we lose twice as much or more in time, risking putting ourselves and those around us in unnecessary danger. Instead, a clever banisher carries stamps in wood or metal with which to mark a door, wall, or stone with the necessary symbol for the appropriate ritual. We've literally been carving shit with a knife in the dirt, but alright. We also wear rings upon our fingers with these symbols, so we have a range of powerful runes close at hand, as it were, efficient, adaptive, versatile. Adapt. Was it adapt, improvise, overcome, or whatever the Bear Grylls thing is. Thus we prevail, thus we fight, thus we send back the creeping dead where they are supposed to be. I don't think I like Banishers. I'm not quite clear on why everyone hasn't left with the children. Great question. Probably pride. Sounds like something a cult would say. Puny sorcerer, someone call Hennet. What a reference. God. Yeah, the capital B on blame there. Yeah, ascend, banish, and blame are going to be our three options when we get to haunting cases. Just reading ahead here. Continuing to love this world building. It's very silly, and I kind of love it. Love a good jar harp. Pride could be greed.
Did the right thing.
Very good.
Charles was our friend.
I love you, Red McCraith.
But
But when it comes to ghosts, your heart makes you reckless. It's dangerous.
were you really about to banish Charles?
Charles would have done the same.
Charles would have done the same for your ghost or mine.
Hope he'd have at least hesitated. Charles was a good man. full of love.
Banishing his ghost wouldn't have been easy, but it would have been right. Ghosts only bring misery, Red. Make no mistake, they steal life's essence from the living.
Aye. They don't always do it out of malice. Give them that.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't.
A ghost may suffer too. A sin puts a gentler end to it.
But not a safer one. Better to banish and be sure.
Would you banish me? If it came to it?
You'll not escape me so easy. You I would bring back from the dead.
That's not funny.
I'd fill you with fresh essence. I'd give you so much essence you'd return bloated with life.
Steal essence from the living to feed my ghost. You wouldn't, eh?
And then I'd kill you again. Yeah.
I would. Then I'd kill you again for dying before I do.
Sometimes you scare me.
I know.
Do you think Charles was right? This thing in the meeting house could be how did he call it? A nightmare?
I really hope not. Such entities are legendary ghosts, even for banishers. We'll see tomorrow. Now, to sleep. This was a dreadful day.
Would you still love me if I were a wraith?
Oh, Charles.
Poor Esther.
Aye, poor Esther.
Yep. Hello?
And Tia, she took her firebane. She says I'm the reckless one. Where are you? You're hardly in the meeting house, are you?
That seems normal. What stage of Bloodborne is this? This is before or after you kill Rom?
Who's there? Antea?
I don't think that's Antea, bud. What stage of Bloodborne? Denial, I think. That might actually track. I haven't played enough of
Why
Bloodborne.
would you go up there alone?
Rats. Go back to A Plague Tale. Shoot. Okay.
Open. Antea!
Oh no, I've made the ghost angry. I broke its boxes.
Aye.
Another one?
Suppose you spectres have seen Antea, have you?
Fred, you have to ask that before you slice them in half. Whoop. Hello there.
You're the boss and all, but you could have included me.
Okay, we got that one. Thank you, Bob. Yep. Stop my timings. It's fine, don't worry about it. One more. Huh? There we go. Let's just go ahead and drink. Haha! Delicious.
Ah, love a good parry timing. Feels so satisfying. Makes me feel smart. Can't explain that, but nevertheless.
Three blind mice. See how they run. See how
Don't love this.
run, red, run,
Don't.
run. See how they
That quote 206. I can tell that that's an old quote because that's not even true anymore.
three blind.
I've definitely become a parrying gay.
See how they run, red,
Seems like a lot of ghosts for a small colonial village.
red, run. See how they run. Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they
I have concerns. Thank you, Bob. Now that we've updated the database.
Antea?
blind. All blind. Red, can't you see? We never stood a chance.
Antea? Are you hurt? Where are you?
She was not there a second ago. Or we couldn't see her a second ago. Not sure which is more concerning.
I'm here, my love. What happened?
I'm here, my love. How mundane.
Show yourself.
God came to the man in a dream and said, "Behold, thou art dead." But the man had done nothing wrong and said,
Lord, wilt thou also slay the righteous?
What?
Ah. Red, you done goofed. Oh, hi. When the Latin chanting starts, you know it's going to be a good time.
Be not alarmed. I bring you aid.
"There is no aid. There is only dereliction."
Where's Antea? What have you done with her? Hell's balls. Lady, if you hurt her...
You cling to love, a fool to the last. There is no love. There is only defilement.
That's a hell of a line.
No.
Listen, consent is important. Also, thank you for clearing out all those pews. That would have been awkward to fight around.
Antea!
Oh, bud. You walked into a trap. Whoa, dear. Whoa. I can parry you.
What the hell?
Okay, alright. Oh, no. Don't love that. Oh, behind me. And in front of me. That's not great. You can split? Yep. Use the thing, use the thing! Red, please!
Betrayer! I believe you failed! Again!
There's no need to fight.
Okay, alright. That's the illusion. Good. Whoa. Okay. And that badly. Drink.
Your lover will betray you too!
What the
That's a
hell?
4. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Okay, got it. Whew.
Betrayer! I believe
Okay.
you failed! Again!
not your enemy.
Get her. All right. Round 2. Whoop. Oh, wait. Okay, we'll call it a draw.
Where's Anthea? If you laid a finger on her...
You'll what? Come to her aid? There is no aid. There is only... retribution.
Give him back.
How touching. You come to claim your man. You think you love him. You do not. There, in the dark of your marrow, there is no love. Only betrayal. I offer you a trade. He stays and you leave with your life.
I'll bargain with no ghost.
You have a brain, yet you think with your idiot heart. You're weak. Will you come to her aid now, when all is lost? If you do, I'll be waiting.
And now our story begins. Considering your rubbish against the Dante scene.
Made a diamond from his grief, then buried it in his heart. The weight of his failure dragged him down. Outside time, drowning in the gloom, he spoke her name.
Title card.
Take me instead, he screamed, soundless, to the cold and silent waters. Out beyond the black veil of death, something heard his cries and reached for him.
Just because it's a dream sequence doesn't mean it won't have real consequences. Right, with a nightmare, when you die in the dream, you die in real life.
Let her go!
Ah, you're awake.
Who are you?
She who rescued you. Tended you for days on end. Weeks, maybe.
Weeks? Oh, God. What have I done?
Get your strength back before you beat yourself up.
She's dead.
Yes. That's why you're here. And why I was sent to look after you.
Who are you? I feel like we've met, but I'm sure we have not. I feel like I know you forever, but do I?
You're confused. It's normal. You've been near killed by a nightmare, you've lost your beloved, and now you've a witch by your sickbed.
Which?
Witch. I go by Seeker. Find the Banisher, said my mistress. Tend him, and answer any questions he asks you before you leave him be. So, how do you feel?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Means you're alive, and you haven't given up.
This nightmare, how it spoke, how it tore right through. I've never seen the like of it.
Few have. Fewer have lived to tell of it.
What drew such a powerful spirit here?
Who knows? Something awful, I don't doubt.
The worst angers rise from the most terrible wrongs. A friend said that. He was trying to warn us.
An immutable law. You have wise friends.
Is the glove how they vanish? Yeah, they wear a series of rings with runes engraved on them called a Bane ring. Although it's actually like several rings, but they just call it a Bane ring for whatever reason. In Red's case, he's also got like a whole hand tattoo, so it looks like a glove, but it's just the rings.
Who sent you?
Her name is Ceridian, and my hands and words are hers. Beyond that, don't burden yourself.
Ceridian. This little seeker who asked you to find me, is she Scots or something?
It's Ceridian. She's too old to be from anywhere in particular, and while yes, I found you, she told me where to look.
What am I to do now? How do I do it alone?
Don't worry,
You're
we
not
haven't seen the last of
alone.
Anteo.
Have faith. If Ceridian had told me more, I'd tell you it. But you must have faith.
Have faith, you say, that you do not know me. Easy said, harder done.
What comes easy in life tends not to matter. It's the hard stuff that counts. You've a hole in you. A yawning, grimacing pit in your soul. That's love, that is. The hole won't fill because the love won't die.
God, what have I done?
Here's the thing. Unlike most, you get a second chance. I suggest you seize it.
Why do you hate me?
I serve my mistress. She bids me help you, so I help you. Ceridian says the wall between the living and the dead is under threat. You, it seems, have a part to play. This is mine.
You've lost me.
No, I found you. But so did your grief. And it demands to be felt. You may think you're done with your ghosts, Red McCraith. But they aren't done with you. I'll go now. Rest. Why ever my mistress saved you, she has good reasons. The best.
Where are you going?
Home. To Ceridian. She needs me.
Where shall I find you if, or when I need to?
Maya marshes. Great big swamps other side of the woods. You can't miss them. We'll know when you're coming.
Till we meet again then.
That's right, Banisher. Now, turn around.
What?
I'm leaving.
The hell?
You do not get to see which way the witch goes. It's interesting that an interesting bit of world building, and this will get kind of built up more later, but in a world where like people have accepted that
ghosts are a real thing that happen, to the point that there's a, like, known profession that just deals with them as a matter of course, the way one might deal with, like, termites. Witches are still a, like, a profession that is kind of supernatural and to the fringes of society, and largely either not is almost superstitious, or something that is not entirely considered real by a lot of people. It's just it's still it's very funny to have that be a line too far. Banisher, if you read that, it means that 1. You have enough brain to know your alphabet. 2. You have not resisted going through what I left behind. 3. You may take whatever you deem useful, since my mistress wants you to live. We shall meet soon enough. Until then, be well. Seeker. Called out.
I don't know what this is, but I'm staying away from it.
Right. I'll take these 4 random leather.
Where am I?
You've got ghosts eating your floor, Joyce? Call a Banisher. 1-800-Banisher. Why is she mad about us reading a letter addressed to us? I mean, I figured it was addressed to us as insurance. Although... now that's a spoiler. I won't talk about that yet. Ooh. Pyrite. Still a bit... ooh. We'll come back for you later. Still a very pretty game. We squeeze. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Damn it.
There we go.
What am I doing here?
Well, right now we're gathering hoof fungus. Hyacinth. Get this stuff? Can. Wild Shervil? Shervil? Shervil.
God, fella, now is
No,
not the
wolves. Game, stop making me fight wolves challenge. Threat indicator. Yeah, okay.
Away with... Come on, you mongrel!
Wow, that is a starving animal.
What in the hell am I doing?
Great question, bud. I'd say that's so much leather, but they're basically all leather. I'm still not even convinced Red's awake right now. You know? Yeah. Up we go. Could be a journey of the mind thing. These are all valid reads. I'm coming up on this.
Am I the last bloody living soul here?
Grab this. Get to the next thing in 5 minutes. Let's find out. We won't be able to get over this cliff. Don't mind me, I'm just muttering to myself right now. Could be in a liminal half-dead state. When we last saw him, he was falling off a high cliff into the, like, frozen Boston Harbor, basically, so... Whoops. Whoops! Misjudged that distance. Whoop, whoop. Fire the other one, please.
Leave me alone.
One behind us, but one thing at a time. Alright.
What is happening? What? Antea?
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't include one of those, like, manual balance elements. Those always throw me. Our sippy cup, our decoction, or whatever it's called, our Estus flask, gets refilled whenever we reach a campfire, which are actually just campfires.
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
Which we should be coming up on one soon.
Antea? Call me to you.
Where am I?
Hello, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Although I am here after calling it a sippy cup, because that's fantastic.
I'm here. Lead me to you.
I'm behind us, huh? Oh no, it's the past one. Crap. Yep.
Spectres. Here. Antea, are you there?
Whoop, whoop. This way. There she is in the waterfall.
Right here. My love. Right here. It is you. No!
I have you.
You have me.
Come.
No, don't go.
I'm here. Follow me.
Let's pause you two there, so that this doesn't get interrupted by the ad break. We'll go ahead and do the ad break now, and then we'll pick up on the other side of this lovely little reunion. So, we go here first. So yeah, we're going to jump to the ads real quick now, to avoid them interrupting this, because that would be an awkward place to split. So, we'll split. I could have phrased that better. The point is, ads now. Get up, stretch, do what you need to do to take a break for a few minutes, and then we'll be back here in just a few to see how Red and Antea are going to get out of this little ghost noodle. See y'all then. Bedroad, to your point during the break about would you believe there are people who don't think Helldivers is political? I'm still reeling from the fact that there were people who missed that the Starship Troopers movie was satire. So this is really just coming full circle on that because it's the same picture. I haven't played Helldivers 2, but I've seen some people stream it, and it looks hilarious and also fun. And I appreciate a lot of what I've seen from the studio behind it and their response to its sudden popularity. So, at least from what I know about it, completely outside of the situation, I honestly I hope them success. So, that's that's kind of the start and end of my take on the matter. But yeah, I'm not surprised that there are people who are I'm annoyed, but I'm not surprised that there are people who are like, "What do you mean it's political?" And it's like, you cannot. It's the post-law situation where it's just that you can't make something extreme enough. On to happier notes. Back to grief.
Where are you going?
Over here. I have you.
I'm right here. Where are you? Where have you gone? Antea!
There she is.
You seem weak. You need rest.
I feel hollow. Do not be troubled.
How could I not be? To have lost you and found you like this. And you're hungry.
That's one way to say it. Yes.
What can I do?
Charles's Bible. The tie that bound his ghost. Some essence remains upon it. For now, it will do me. I needed this. I feel better.
Look at you. At us.
I know.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're back. Truly.
The living should not truck with the dead. I've known that since childhood. I learned the hard way.
You never told me this. What happened?
This is a bit like Solstice, yeah.
For now, it doesn't matter.
Are you still hungry? Is not really the question I want to ask. But we'll vague it.
How are you feeling?
Awful.
And with a few more words?
Angry, frustrated, useless. We should talk about what happened. After the meeting house, I mean.
After the nightmare killed you, she held me a moment longer. She mocked me. And she let me fall. I waited for the rocks to claim me, but instead I hit the sea. Part of me wished to embrace it.
I think I felt you at this point. I remember the despair in your voice.
I called to you for a long time. Struggled in the waves till the tide brought me ashore. I woke up in a cave. Been rescued by a young woman named Seeker. A witch's apprentice. She was proud to tell me that. Her mistress had sent her to take care of me.
Witches rarely show themselves. Intriguing that one would help us.
We should go back to New Edentown. We should run away. I don't think I chose this one last time, so I want to hear how this goes. We should run away.
We should run away from all this.
I sense the nightmare's presence near my body. I won't be free till we've reclaimed it. I refuse to be this way. I'll not abide it.
I'm so sorry, my love. How can I help?
I'm a ghost. You're a banisher.
I'll not banish you. I cannot Antea. So you die. You can't ask that of me.
If that's what I wanted, you'd have no choice.
But you don't wish it, do you?
Not before I've had my revenge. Not before I've seen the nightmare defeated. by you and me both.
Alright, so we've got our options of bring you back or give you your ascent. I'm obviously going to go with can I bring you back?
In the schoolhouse, he joked about bringing me back to life. Is that possible?
Yes. The ritual of lesser palingenesis. It's extremely difficult. Highly dangerous.
I could try, right? You'd teach me and I'd bring you back.
Red. It's an ancient ritual. It requires power. It consumes essence in large quantities. We're talking about human sacrifice. Murder.
Maybe. We could consider it. I mean, if there's the slightest chance I could bring you back, I'd take it.
It's a dark ritual, Red. It's tempting, and that's dangerous. To think of being back in your arms. I'm tempted too.
Counterpoint. A lot of people in New Eden are jerks.
Could I give you your assent?
That would be the simplest solution, but not the easiest.
It's a dark ritual.
Why?
You spend one skull
My
and get
body
3
is my
back.
tie.
Very nice.
And the nightmare still holds it.
In the meeting house, but before she let me fall, I swear she dared me to come back.
She's as devious as she is powerful. She won't just hand it over.
Then what shall we do?
If we are to return to New Eden Town, we must first learn more about our enemy.
Charles said nightmares don't appear without good reason.
Yes, we have a mystery to solve, witches to meet, people to find, and questions to ask. And then you'll help me go, one way or another.
I will. I swear it, Mother.
Rest. You need it. I'll stay close.
As the game is like, yes, first you must noodle about for, oh, let's say 12 to 15 hours. Then you'll be ready to face the nightmare. Probably. Alright, let's see. Fourth light attack triggers a punch. Right, so now we have the option, again, very much like Solstice, to switch between Red and Antea in combat. We can get an extra sippy cup. That's honestly pretty useful. Banishing an enemy increases the damage of the next heavy attack. Ooh, I do like this. Right, I forgot. We can only pick one in each, like, column. So if I get this one, I don't get this one. And if I get this one, I don't get this one. So we're probably going to get Invigorate. Each enemy hit by a light attack increases the damage of light attacks by 10%. This effect can be accumulated and resets on being hit. I get hit a lot, so Unrelenting is probably not going to be it. So we're probably going to get Invigorate. And then either we're going to go the next tier, or we're going to jump over here and grab Pocket of Holding. Switch to Antea right after a front dodge to trigger a melee attack that ignores resistance. Handy. Damage dealt by Red is increased up to 15% the higher the health points get. Okay, so the more health we have, the more damage we deal. Neat. Okay, and then over here, Banish point gains are increased by 20%, but Banish damage is reduced. No, that's a bad trade. Charged heavy attacks trigger an AoE? Oh, that's that. I think that wins. That into that is very good. Could try perfect switch. That's front dodge, and then switch. And she does like a spirit jump kick, which is kind of fun, but I don't know how useful that is. I don't know. I guess we also get this. Alright, let's grab this first. One thing I love about this is that you can always refund. So like, you can just respec for free at any time, which is a thing that I want all games to do. But anyway, so we can just switch things around if we want to try out different things. So yeah, let's try this out and let's see how it goes. Let's go, that guy who dabbles in demonology. Hey, Governor Haskell! Put this in your book. Would you like some field experience? I'm also glad Antea is still around. When I first learned about this game, a year and a half ago, whenever it was that it was the first trailers were dropping, this was the kind of the core conceit. It was basically like spoiled in the trailers that this was going to happen, so it wasn't a surprise, which I also appreciate because I think I would have been upset if this happened in the prologue and it was a surprise. But it was very clear that this was going to be how the game went down, and it's quite good, I think, from here. All right, we should upgrade our stuff. Yes, I understand how upgrades work. Let's see. Do we want to upgrade this, or are we going to wait until we have better stuff? I want to wait until we have better stuff. That reduces damage take. These are just damage reduction? Yeah, actually, we're going to wait. So, most items share upgrade materials, and our initial set of stuff is just damage reduction. And you don't need damage reduction if you don't get hit. We can always upgrade later if I start getting my butt kicked, so we'll hang on to it for now. We will get other gear later.
Whichever way it lies. We'll need provisions. Going for the basics.
We'll manage. Together.
I don't want to accidentally burn upgrade materials on gear that I'm just going to end up switching out later, because that you cannot refund.
What the hell happened here?
Hello? That looks like a ritual circle.
If you're gonna play with salt circles, you better get them right, lad.
Oh, you missed a spot. Right, I was upset what happened to the prologue, and I was surprised, exactly. So I'm glad that they spoiled that in the trailer when they were advertising the game. Demonologist note! Okay, 14th September. During one of our explorations of these new lands on which we first set foot many years ago, Angarad and I discovered a new place, a special place, a cave hidden behind a waterfall where none would find it. A strange feeling of lightness drew us to it, as though the veil between the incarnate and the invisible was as thin as the finest French silk. From the chamber emanated the power of the otherworld. Surely we thought this was a fine place for ritual experimentation. The cave was larger than we had at first thought, containing a multitude of galleries. Angarad and I decided to take young Shelley along with us to continue our exploration. Pleasant but ungifted, his father insisted that he train with experienced occultists. What a surprise it was when we found the mushrooms we needed for our ritual growing on the walls. We set about collecting them, while I drew the symbols and prepared the rituals. We felt our powers magnified tenfold. 1 page missing. 18th of September. The cave is vast and dangerous. I heard whispers in the darkness. Something watches us. Neither Belden nor Shelley can hear them, or so they say. But something lurks, I'm sure of it. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps the fever I had some weeks ago yet lingers. Last night I caught young Shelley watching us sleep. He was talking to himself. It was unnerving.
I see no bodies. Maybe the wolves took him.
Can you not see the symbols on the wall?
No.
Take my hand. I want to try something.
Yep. There. I just stand at exactly the right spot.
Oh. Is that possible through our bane rings?
They allow us to connect the invisible and the incarnate. Through this bond, what I see I bestow on you.
Yep. I can't interact with it yet, huh?
Are those webs made of spectral stones?
Let me.
Right, now we can do the thing.
All these years, the things we must have missed.
The dead hide more from the living than we thought. This is going to be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That probably goes to this. Alright, so there's that there. There's those things there. I mean, they look cool, but they... Oh, here we go. Don't really tell us anything. They do look cool.
Something's here.
Hidden.
This is the thing. Ghost webs. Ghost webs hide freed stuff. This seems like an arena. Right. Ah, I was correct. Love that Antea punches. We knocked the ghost out of him. Oh no, it's forward dash.
We can
Hello?
fight them together.
Yes, I'm aware. Push.
I think I used to count
Banish time.
kills on one hand. Away with you.
We did it.
Hooray!
We did. Thank you.
I wasn't much use.
What are you talking about? You were great.
I promise. You'll get better. Things will get better.
Yep. Up we go. Somewhere over here is a thing. Huh? Aha! Crap. Goof me. Good night. As I was saying, over here is the thing. Weight sits on my chest. The cave roof looms over me like a colossus. It is not like me. I will explore the cavernous... It is not like me. I will explore the cavernous depths. Angarod disagrees, fearing a fall into a crevasse or some other fatal mishap. I reassured him that I am an experienced and capable explorer, as was my father before me. Shelley wishes to join in the party. I do not trust the boy. I don't like the way he looks at me. He wishes to follow me into the depths, and something inside me screams no. 1 page missing. I sicken, my organs burn, my blood withers. I will die. Such is the price of knowledge, we cultists say, but I regret. If I had known what suffering awaited, I would have turned us back, doused us in the icy waterfall and left, burying the cave deep in my memory. May the demonic effluvia from our rituals take them all.
They always end up mucking around with black magic. Always.
Nope. Grab this. And up here. And up. Is it this thing? It is this thing! Oh ho ho. We have Nicholas. Oh good, it auto-equipped. Fantastic. Down we go. Continue our journey. We climb. Hooray, daylight. Such as it is in New England. That sounds fine.
That spectre. It's heading for that corpse.
Well. Yeah, if we get a little bit more forewarning on that, we can usually interrupt that. But not from that far away.
I have another in sight.
Oh, can't.
Watch
Run!
it.
Run, Red!
To possession.
Thank you.
I can help.
Goodbye.
The whole region's crawling with spectres.
Hooray!
Not just New Edentown. What happened here for the veil to be so thin?
War, invasion, or colonization of a land that's vulnerable to haunting.
Right, daylight. Slightly less dreary. Hi, why are you up there?
There might be a lodge nearby.
You took yourself up there very fast.
That might take some getting used to, for
Yep.
both of us.
And away.
Antea, will people be able to tell that I'm haunted?
Perhaps, if they had talent or training.
What if someone sees you?
Unlikely. If they had talent or training, they wouldn't have needed us Banishers.
She has a point. Come on. Up we go. Yep.
These witches you mentioned must know something about the nightmare.
Aye, but can we trust them?
Well, witches only involve themselves with people if they absolutely have to. Yours must have good reason.
Right, lots of open seams of pyrite just, nakedly out there gleaming in the sun. It's fine. This is normal.
I think I
It's
see it.
magical New England.
Over there.
Signs of civilization. Lucky me.
I appreciate that while I'm in the early game taking the time to run around and like
Place. Wolves and spectres aside.
Don't you have
One second.
wolves and spectres in the Highlands?
Aye, but ours have the courtesy of letting me catch my breath between fights.
while I'm taking the time in the early game to like run around and grab all of the things as we go by, you pretty quickly get to a point where you no longer need to gather stuff to be able to do all the things you need. But in the early game, it's useful to just gather it as you happen to be nearby it. But it's not one of those games where you like have to gather everything all the time, which is nice.
Bad news. The bridge is out.
And we'll find another road to New Eden.
Strange. I see stains, but not the usual kind. There's a pattern to them. Don't you see it? It calls to me.
Mm-hmm. And what does it say?
I have strong ankles, but at this height, we're gonna make it.
Alright, so we'll go this way.
And up and down we go.
Those stains. I could have grasped at them had I been stronger. It's hard to think clearly. The hunger is back and it's growing fast.
Already? Right, let's find something to sustain you.
Doop, 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 doop. Wow. We don't know that yet. Oh, it's one of you. Don't like you. No, no, nope. Get banished.
Take that
Woo.
to your face.
Oh, it's so many of them. No, oh. Fine, $250.
Aye.
Whoop, nope. Where you at, big guy? Whew. Alright. And we're good. Long time.
There's someone inside. Someone tainted.
What do you mean by that? Well, I'm going to break all their barrels, so that'll show them. That's a lot of hash marks on the wall. Also flies.
Ben, you're back.
We're gonna have to cleanse the taint. Oh.
Beg pardon. Thought you was someone else.
Oh, hey, bud. You've been here a while, huh?
You hungry, friend? The stew is thin enough, but I'd be glad to share.
Oh, I have concerns.
Kind of you to offer, lad. But no, thank you.
Been a while since I seen another human's face.
Uh-huh.
You come from camp? You a hunter?
Of sorts. Red McCraith. I'm a banisher.
Like in the stories. Jacob Lind. I'm a trapper. That's a real job.
You're exhausted. Unsurprising given how tainted are these woods. Are you sleeping?
I don't like sleeping.
Oh,
I
the
see
nightmare.
things.
It's outside the town.
Bright eyes in the leaves. What does tainted mean?
That was my question.
By ghosts.
Oh,
Haunted.
got it. Okay.
Tell me of your nightmares.
One nightmare. Always the same one. Ben has it too.
Would you care to share them?
No. No. Tis a nightmare. Nothing more.
Oh, bud.
Who's Ben? Another trapper?
Aye, the best of 'em. Taught me all I know. He's out now, but he'll be back.
Oh,
Where has he
bud.
gone? The bridge is down.
As down can be. Can't cross. Bad things lurk in the shadows. They scent flesh. Game's low. Game's low and Ben's gone. He'll find game, he will. I know it.
I have concerns.
What lurks in the shadows? Is that what keeps you here?
That and the fog. Can't hunt if you can't see. Ben shoots better than me. Knows the woods better too. I'd only slow him. Only slow him.
Where did you meet Ben?
We found each other. Brothers in spirit, he said. He's been good to me. Too good. Why?
Oh,
Important to you.
I. And me to him.
He's lost his nerve, or a ghost has taken it from him.
What are you doing here? Had you nowhere safer?
The woods are kind to them as knows 'em. We hunt here. When we get pelts and meat, we trade in New Eden. But game's been scarce. We've naught to trade, so we wait.
When even the wolves are starving, you know it's going to be a bad winter.
Winter? This is June.
Is it? Could have sworn it was... I'm sorry. On my own, I lose track of time.
Oh,
I'm with your friend.
Oh. You met Ben, did you? He was just here, he was. Just here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Get some rest, Jacob. You need it.
If you see Ben, tell him I'm thinking of him. Tall lad, even when he's lying down. Can't miss him.
Poor child. He's shrouded in spectral stains.
It's a hunting case we're on. Yeah, boy, it sure is. Sure is. Well, we'll go ahead and follow that. That seems reasonable. We have this to read. I was going to try and just end it here. Will it let us save the game? It will let us save the game now. Hooray! We can finally save the game. All right, we'll just go ahead and do one of these. Perfect. Love it. Good stuff. Okay. Just drop that right there. Perfect. What timing? I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure this will be fine. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? It's anyhow, more on that next week. That's where we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight's stream. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out on this continually dire game. Why did I do this? Why did I do this to all of us? Why did I do this to us? Why am I like this? Thank you all so much for coming and enduring this game with me. We'll be back with more of this Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with more Banishers as Red and Antea begin their ghost busting what with ghost ways, and we get to help Jacob and Ben, and many other folks besides nerves, liver, lungs, heart, and we'll do more of this. And to see what the rest of our stream team is up to with more of their shenanigans, be sure to check out schedule.truck.community to see our full stream team schedule and see what everybody's up to all week long. With multiple streams a day most times. Speaking of which, let me triple check and see, because I know that over at the Squirrely channel they've been having some network woes this week, so I'm hoping that Cox has finally gotten its crap together. And if so, we'll pass it right on over to Alice for some more World's End Club. But let me just double check here real quick before we do that. To see if there's been an update over on the Mastodons. Harder, better, faster, stronger, makes your lawn stay greener, longer. Very good. That's phenomenal, and I love that. Okay, I haven't seen any note on it tonight. Let me check one more thing. Just double check. If many means. Alright. So I think everything's good. I haven't seen any updates. So we're going to assume that all is well. Everyone keep your fingers crossed. Or knock on wood, or whatever it is you do for good luck charms. And hang tight, and we'll toss it right over to twitch.tv/squirrelily, where Alice is going to be continuing World's End Club, hopefully here in just a little bit. And I think that's it. That's the outro. Thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will hope to see you all next time. Good night, y'all.